Also, good morning everyone. I am Isan and Maria Gina, the reporters for today. Also, for our topic for today is all about establishing validity and reliability of test. So, validity of a test as validity Arishan 2000 is concerned whether the information obtained from an assessment permits the teacher to make a correct decisions about a student learning. This means that the appropriateness of score-based inferences or decisions made are based on the student's test result. So it is the extent to which a test measures what it is supposed to measure. So when we say validity of test, you are just trying to measure to what you intended to measure. So you are doing validity test. So let's say for example, gusto mong malaman kung si Mark J ay magaling sa Gen Ed. So valid ba ang test? So yes. So dito sinusukat mo kung ano ang gusto mong sukatin. Gusto mong malaman kung ang student ba ay magaling sa math. So patest ka ng science. So, valid ba ang test mo? So, hindi. So, that is all about validity test. Sukatin ang dapat sukatin, alamin ang dapat alamin. So, we have here the types of validity. The first one is content validity, a type of validation that refers to the relationship between a test and the instructional objectives, establishes content so that the test measure. Things to remember the validity. A. The evidence of the content validity of a test is found in the table of specification. B. This is the most important type of validity for a classroom teacher. C. There is no coefficient content validity. So when we say content validity, pinapacheck natin sa mga experts dun sa field ng topic natin yung content o yung mga tanong dun sa survey natin kung sinusukat ba talaga niya yung dapat niyang sukatin. Let's say for example, ang topic natin is about correlating test scores with learning styles. So magandang ipacheck natin yung mga survey natin dun sa mga teachers or psychologists. So sila ang may mga expert opinion kung ang mga tanong natin sa survey ay related dun sa topic. Criterion-related validity, a type of validation that refers to the extent to which scores from the test relate to theoretically similar measures. It is a measure of how accurately a student's current test score can be used to estimate a score on a criterion measure, like performance in courses, classes, or another measurement levels of performance as standardized reading test scores. So, when we say criterion-related validity is how well a measure predicts another measure, a test, sa criterion validity if kaya nito ma-predict ang performance or behavior sa mga present or future situations. So we have here the currently validity. The criterion and the predictor data are collected at the same time. This type of validity is appropriate for tests designed to assess a student's current criterion status or when you want to diagnose student status. So when we say currently validity, it indicates the amount of agreement between two skills. For example, you are developing a depression skill. So ikukumpara mo ito sa established skill gaya ng Beck's depression inventory. B. Predictive validity, a type of validation that refers to a measure of the extent to which a student's current test result can be used to estimate accurately the outcome of the student performance at a later time. So, predictive validity is the degree to which a test score accurately predict a future performance. Halimbawa, your test score on your college exam can predict your university GPA. Construct validity, a type of validation that refers to the measure of the extent to which a test measure a theoretical and unobservable variable qualities such as intelligence, math, achievement, performance anxiety, and the like over a period of time on the basis of gathering evidence. So, construct validity ay tumutukoy sa kung gaano kabuti nami-measure ng isang test ang concept na nais nito ma-measure. So we have here the important things to remember about validity. First is validity refers to the decisions we make and not to the test itself or to the measurement. Second, like reliability, validity is not an all or nothing concept. It is never totally absent or absolutely perfect. 3. A validity estimate called a validity coefficient refers to specific time of validity. It ranges between 0 and 1. Validity can never be finally determined. It is specific to each administration of the test. And for the factors affecting the validity of the test item, first is the test itself, the administration and scoring of a test, personal factors influencing how students respond to the test. Validity is always specific to a particular group. Validity coefficient is the computed value of the Rxy. In theory, the validity coefficient has values like the correlation that ranges from 0 to zero point 0.1. In practice, most of the validity scores are usually small and they range from 0.3 to 0.5. Few exceed 0.6 to 0.7. Hence, there is a lot of improvement in most of our psychological measurement. And for the reliability of test, reliability refers to the consistency with which it yields the same rank for individuals who take the test more than once. Cosbezin and Borich 2007, that is how consistent test result or other assessment result from one measurement to another. We can say that a test is reliable when it can be used to predict practically the same scores when tests administered twice to the same group of students and with a reliability. Reliability of a test, the extent to which the result can be reproduced when the research is repeated under the same condition. And also, we have here the factors affecting reliability of a test. The first is length of the test, moderate item difficulty, objective scoring, heterogeneity of the student group, and lastly is limited time. And we have here the four methods of establishing reliability of tests. The first one is test-retest method, a type of reliability determined by administering the same test twice to the same group of students with any time interval between the tests. The results of the test scores are correlated using the Pearson product correlation coefficient R, and this correlation coefficient provides a measure of stability. So when we say test-retest is a measure is obtained by administering the same test twice a period of time to a group of individuals, is kadalasan ito ay composed ng pre-test at post-test. Halimbawa, meron kang ginawang IQ test that you will administer to a group of individuals. So this is IQ test will be administered to them twice, 2 months apart. So, mataas ang test-retest reliability ng IQ test kung hindi magbabago ang IQ ng participants sa dalawang beses. Sa dalawang beses na pinasagutan mo ito sa kanila. So, mababa ang test-retest reliability kung nagbabago ang kanilang IQ score. And second, equivalent form, a type of reliability determined by administering two different but equivalent forms. 3. Split half method. Administer test once and score two equivalent halves of the test. To split the test into halves that are equivalent. The usual procedure is to score the even-numbered and the odd-numbered test items separately. So when we say split half method, is a technique used to assess the reliability of tests by dividing it into two halves and correlating the scores from each half. It evaluates the internal consistency of a test. Encoder Richardson formula administer the test 1 score the total test and apply the Coder Richardson formula. The Coder Richardson 20 formula is applicable only in situations where students' responses are scored dichotomously and therefore is most useful with traditional test items that are scored as right or wrong, true or false, and yes or no type. And also, reliability coefficient is a measure of the amount of error associated with the test score. So we have here the description of reliability coefficient. A. The range of the reliability coefficient is from 0 to 1.0. B. The acceptable range value 0.60 or higher. C. The higher the value of the reliability coefficient, the more reliable the overall test scores. The higher reliability indicates that the test item measure the same thing. For example, knowledge of solving number problem in algebra subject. So that's all for today. Thank you for